Hello everyone, our topic for this video is evaluating piecewise function. Piecewise functions are defined by two or more equations on various portions of its domain. We have here an example: f of x equals x squared plus 3x equals x and equals negative 2. And beside each are their conditions. First is, if x is lesser or equal to negative 1, we will use x squared plus 3x. If x is greater than negative 1 but lesser or equal to 1, we will use x. Then if x is greater than 1, we will use negative 2. Let us have some examples. First, we have f of negative 1. Okay, let us find on which condition does negative 1 fall. It belongs on the first condition. We have x is lesser or equal to negative 1. Therefore, we will use x squared plus 3x because again, that is where negative 1 belongs. X squared plus 3x. F of x equals x squared plus 3x. Then let us substitute negative 1 to all x in the function. We have f of negative 1 equals negative 1 raised to the power of 2 plus 3 times negative 1. Next, negative 1 raised to the power of 2 is positive 1. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Therefore, f of negative 1 is equal to negative 2. Another example, f of negative 3. Let us review on which condition does negative 3 belongs. Does it belongs to lesser than or equal to negative 1? Yes, it belongs to lesser than negative 1. Thus, we will still use x squared plus 3x. F of x equals x squared plus 3x. Substitute all x with negative 3. F of negative 3 equals negative 3 raised to the power of 2 plus 3 times negative 3. Negative 3 raised to the power of 2 is positive 9. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Therefore, f of negative 3 equals 9 minus 9 is 0. Let's proceed to the third example. F of 4. Let us find where does x equals 4 belongs. First, we have x is lesser than or equal to negative 1. For sure, it doesn't belong here. We have, is it in between negative 1 and 1? No. In the third condition, we have x is greater than 1. Yes, it does belong here. Therefore, we will use f of x equals negative 2. F of x equals negative 2. Substitute all x with 4. F of 4 equals 2. Since there are no other x variables and negative 2 is constant, therefore our answer is f of 4 equals negative 2. So there's nothing to solve here since there is only a constant, negative 2. Fourth and last example, f of 1/2 So is 1/2 greater than 1? No. Is it lesser or equal to -1? No. And does it belong between -1 and 1? Yes, it does. We have here negative fractions greater than -1, 0, and other proper fractions lesser than 1. So we will use f of x equals x. F of x equals x. Substitute all x variables with 1/2. F of 1/2 equals 1/2. This is our final answer. Therefore, f of 1/2 equals 1/2. That's all for today's topic. I hope you learned something new.